Okay, image elements. So every good website needs some images, right? And there's a bunch of different options we've got at our disposal for adding images to your website in really cool ways. So this is a standard image right here. You can see we've got these in 3 columns. And if I refresh this page, it'll be helpful because there's a little animation that takes place. So this one is standard. This one has got a hover effect, you can see, so it's a darker overlay with a caption, and when you hover it lightens up and you can see a little more. And this one has got a colored overlay on hover, so you can see it's just the image, but when you hover you see the caption. So different settings there that you can play with. Down here we've got some round images. You can see there's some animation, and those effects are really easy to produce. And let's go in the back end and I'll show you how. So we've got images here, and our images are under the Media Elements tab right here, Image Elements. And this here is these are the columns, and the images are right underneath. So we've got our image here, and it is aligned center, but we can do right, left, nothing special. You could experiment with those. Any styling, so if we want it to be a circle, that's it. So the image height and width must be equal, so it basically must be a square image if you want it to be a perfect circle in this case, which this image is not. It's rectangular. And an image hover effect, so if somebody hovers over the image, you can see it slightly increases. That's an option for you as well. Obviously you can insert a different image, so you can upload a new image here, or you can hit your media library, and let's say we want to add her. She is a square image, so we'll keep her there, and you'll see how the dimensions now are square. And if we wanted to make her circular, that would be much easier. You see that actually works. Okay, so link settings. If somebody clicks on this image, where does it take them? It could be set manually. You could take them to a page. You could just open a lightbox, meaning a larger version to have them view the image. In terms of a caption, so this is where that hover effect, these settings where the dark to start with and the caption is showing on the start, or if it's showing upon hover. So we got to set this to yes, and it'll give us a bunch of different options. So here is our caption, and we can set our font size, so we can make it really big if we want. I guess that was making it smaller. So we'll make it big. And caption appearance, so either always display or just display it on hover. Right? So there's that option there. Now when the overlay is activated, how strong do you want that overlay to be, right? Is it really strong like that, or just very, very subtle like this? Okay, you could set your background color for the overlay. You know, sometimes it's better served to go with white. Probably not in this case because we've got some white text, but you could see how that works there. And in that case, we might want to darken up our text. Okay, so that's where those settings are. The animation is what happens. How does the image pop up on the screen? And these are some cool animations that happened. You probably saw when I started this video, the circles sort of rolled in. There's different things that you can do here, and go ahead and experiment with those. And so adding images is really easy to do. Typically they'll be bound by these column elements or grid rows, those sorts of things. You can actually, if you go within a text block, you can add a media element, which would enable you to add an image right inside this tool here. But you certainly don't get as many options as you do with the image element that we use right here with all of these different elements that I just went through. So that is how you handle images on your website.